everyone, I'm Alex, and in this video, I'm going to try to complete Singapore from A to Z. Before our one-week trip, I made a list of foods, places, and activities using the alphabet. With help from Singapore family, we got the full Singapore experience. Now to kick us off in the most popular spot in Singapore, we have M for Marina Bay. This is pretty much textbook Singapore. Everyone that goes to Singapore has probably been here. It's the star of Crazy Rich Asians.
Singapore.
You can't miss it. The main attraction has to be Marina Bay Sands. I'd recommend staying there, just not in September. Because those prices, man, ooh!
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
But the wider Marina Bay area includes crazy harbour views and a lot of attractions including the Art Science Museum, Merlion,
It's my body.
the Durian, and the Singapore Flyer. Overall, it's quintessential Singapore and a banger place for photos.
Yeah, baby!
You have big eyes, small face. I like it. What's your WeChat?
Now right behind it we have Gardens by the Bay, which again is probably in the top 3 of every Singapore to go list. It's a massive garden / park with different, mostly floral attractions. We spent most of our time in the Cloud Forest, which is currently Avatar themed and is perfect if your girlfriend is still obsessed with Nateum. It's absolutely beautiful, serene, and most importantly, air-conditioned. There's also a few Avatar-themed activities you can do. Just don't let anyone record you doing them.
Oh my god, bro.
Hell no. What the dog do?
Get your ass on.
Now to probably my favorite event, we have F for Formula One. And wait. Before all the non-Formula One fans get upset, I too did not care for the sport. But like a lot of recent fans, I started watching Drive to Survive on Netflix. And trust me, it is so worth it for the experience we had. F1 have been running this race in Singapore since 2008. But what makes Singapore so much better than the other cities on the tour is it's pretty much 3 days of racing attached to a 3-day music festival. The headliners for this year were 88 Rising, with their biggest names on the roster going. So once the food, rides, and races end, you can spend the rest of the night.
Too much on my mind. Feeling where we are, you every night.
Also, the races at night, which will make your view, videos, your pictures so much cooler. The one thing I'll note though is don't go too early in the day unless you want to meet the drivers.
I feel like I'm at Disneyland. The club. Oh my god, he's so gorgeous.
Because firstly, I mean, it's a night race. But also it's extremely hot with the asphalt, the crowds. We pretty much spent the first day sitting in the shade for 2 hours just trying to survive. Now for O, I have Orchard Road. This is a pretty famous road for its seemingly infinite shopping centers, including Orchard Central and Ion Orchard, which has a cool glassy entrance and is more high-end. You get a deep view of the neighborhood along this street, but quick PSA, be careful. I was admiring the view, walking at what I thought was an untargetable pace, when a bird somehow landed a fat one on my forehead. But hey, at least my girlfriend was there to comfort me.
Birds to my face.
No way.
So my PSA to everyone is, be careful with who you choose to travel with.
It tasted so bad too.
Yuck! Ew.
Aside from evil birds, Orchard Road is also known for their food stores, including Uncle Cheng. We found Uncle Cheng along the road, who's super popular online for his ice cream sandwiches. Trust me, in the Singaporean heat, seeing Uncle Cheng is like finding an oasis. And before I move on, I know what some of you are thinking. How about Universal? Look, if we couldn't handle 3 PM at F1, I know for sure we ain't standing in a queue, sitting on a roller coaster midday with crowds of kids and angry parents. That would honestly take me out. Now, on that point, we have P. Pool. Trust me, after a long day of exploring, you're gonna need a dip in the pool. So make sure wherever you're staying, you have a pool. Beaches are not recommended. Back onto food, we have Ya Kun Kaya Toast. This is a popular Singaporean comfort snack, which is usually served with 2 almost fried toast with butter and kaya, which is like coconut jam. It's normally eaten alongside coffee and soft-boiled eggs.
And you ate
Glub, 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 glub.
How does it taste?
Yummy.
Side note though, ordering coffee is tricky because they have a specific name system, so I recommend researching a bit before you order, or else you end up with something you don't want because you just kept nodding. Next we have TWGT. They're a Singaporean luxury tea house chain, and the one we went to in Marina Bay Sands gave us a high tea experience where we could sit down in a really fancy dining room and have tea with scones. On the menu there was like 1,000 different tea options to choose from, and as someone who only drinks one type, pretending like I had any idea what I was ordering when the waiter came was honestly such a challenge. Next on our list we have E for East Coast Lagoon Food Village. Now this one is kind of a 2-in-1 as this place is considered a hawker center. There are heaps of hawker centers scattered across Singapore, and they're pretty much open air, affordable food courts. Somewhat similar to Yum Cha's in the sense that it is a casual get together place for family or friends, any meal of the day. Now East Coast Lagoon Food Village is one of the most popular ones for its food and also its waterside views. When you visit here or any hawker center, I highly recommend trying satay skewers, cane juice, famous chili crab, and my personal favorite, stingray. This one really surprised me. I thought it would taste foul, like a fishy blanket. But I kid you not, barbecued stingray tastes better than all non-sashimi grilled fish. You know what? Maybe it's the Australian in me.
Oh, crikey.
D for durian. You will find these absolutely everywhere. Just look for tourists doing this. Now for Andrea's favorite food, which she apparently still has dreams about, roti prata. And for this, we went to Springleaf. They made roti in ways I didn't know were allowed. I mean, they had the original roti, but they also had hot dog, banana, milk. Like, what's milk? Also, the curries were crazy good. Up next, we have Haji Lane. And if you're from Sydney, this will remind you of Newtown. You've got acai, cafes, and most importantly, a lot of expensive vintage clothes. It's a really colorful and vibrant street, so it's perfect if you want cute photos. But if you don't like the scenery, there's also a few photo booths you can try out. Right beside Haji Lane, we have A for Arab Street. It's the biggest hub for Muslim street vendors, restaurants, and with the grand Sultan Mosque. I reckon this is a great place to visit for dinner. It's colorful and vibrant with lots of rich history sewn across the roads and the walls. I will, however, give an honorable mention to the popular Atlas Bar, which is a really beautiful old European-inspired luxury bar, quite close by. But as you can probably tell from these sketchy camera angles, we couldn't book it during F1, but make sure you book ahead. To another bustling cultural spot, we have C for Chinatown. With a big population of Singapore being of Chinese descent, the Chinatown area is considerably bigger than what we have back in Sydney. Nevertheless, if you listen closely, you'll know exactly when you're in the area. The main strip at the exit of the MRT has music, lights, restaurants, and a bunch of souvenir shops. One stop we made in Chinatown was at Bee Cheng Hiang. I think we saw at least 10 of these stores when we were there, even at the airport. They're famous for their salted sweet, dried meat, similar to jerky, called bakwa. And for any of you picky folks out there, trust me, it's not a weird delicacy, it's just sweet jerky. J for Jollibee. Yes, I know, it's Filipino and it's much bigger in the Philippines, but trust, there were so many locations in Singapore, and more honestly, I only went to the Jewel Changi Airport at midnight when 99% of the shops and attractions were closed. Anyways, it was pretty good, but apparently it's better in the Philippines, so... K for Koon Seng Road. This is a short street of cute pastel-colored houses with interesting architecture and roots in Singapore's immigration history. These houses walked so Wes Anderson could run.
What? No.
And as such, it's a popular visited attraction for photos. As we're already in the area, here's I-12 Katong. Look, I feel like we have to include it here because we came twice. It's a shopping mall with aircon and Guzman Gomez.
Metro Easy.
I mean, what more can I say? And now my final letter is one thing I couldn't live without, and that's my Wise card. This baby loads up 40 currencies and is powered by Visa. I was able to lock in the currency months before the Australian dollar sank, with virtually no fee. The fact that I didn't have to run around currency exchanges looking like this was enough to convince me. If you don't have it, please use my sign up link in the description below and you'll get $1,000 fee-free transfer. It worked absolutely everywhere. But if you prefer MasterCard, you can also use my Revolut link. So there you have it, I did 20 letters. Special thanks to the Singapore family for giving us the best holiday. Here are the 6 letters I couldn't complete. If you have an idea for any of the ones I missed, or actually if you have a better suggestion for the ones I did have, feel free to put it down in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos.